All right, we back on.
We are back on, sir.
Awesome. Sorry about that. Little snafu with the power on the laptop. I'm gonna just really quick, so we can get into this. So thanks for being available once again. Uh, so a couple of quick things, man. I'm glad we're able to shoot these quick videos to have these discussions because we do service a lot of veterans, which is always an honor to do so because anyone that's fought for our country and fought for us to live the way that we live, we always want to serve and protect and honor that through our business. So it's a great thing. Obviously, with working with many veterans, we get exposed to a lot of their challenges with credit, with down payments, with lots of different things regarding that specific person situation. So we wanted to shoot this quick little call here to see how we can help, what things we can address, updates and things that are going on because I know there's been some recent changes in regards to VA loans, right?
Yeah, there's been one of the bigger announcements we've just came out, or I guess they passed the law. I think like a week ago, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's HR 299, and what it essentially does is each county, in the respective counties out there, Riverside County, San Bernardino County, they have loan limits that they follow for Fannie Mae. So the county loan limits out there is 489 350. So excuse me, 484 350. So any loan purchased above that is over the county limit, and the
Mm-hmm.
veteran has to come in with a little bit of a down payment. Still not that bad. It's 25% of whatever that difference is from the ceiling. So not bad
Right.
at all.
Right.
But what this HR 299 does is it removes that ceiling for the county loan limits. So now a veteran with zero down payment requirement can buy $1 million home essentially, right? So that's going to be huge for the veterans. And I know they're still washing it all out. VA's got to update their circulars, what they call it for their guidelines. And then also Fannie Mae has to update their automated underwriting system along with Freddie Mac and LP. But what they're saying is, come January 1st, 2020, this should be fully rolled out.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know, there's going to be some sort of, insurance that possibly gets put on top, maybe a little bit higher. But hey, I mean, you still can't beat out the benefits of a VA loan, especially buying over that county loan limit.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely a huge blessing and a game changer for a lot of veterans right now.
So if I'm hearing you right, just so I'm clear about this, so normally they would have to come in with a 25% difference of the county loan limit versus the loan amount, right? So you're saying that that's being removed now, and it'll be up to the lender ultimately to see what type of premium to cover that difference in terms of what the that new limit could be, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So I mean, essentially, that's why veterans, they got the lowest interest rates, zero down payment because their home loan benefits, their COE, certificate of eligibility. A VA is essentially insuring the lender because the Lord gives and the banks take, right? So
Sure.
they're insuring the lender. So it's pretty much the same thing. Buying a home with zero down for a veteran is the same as any other person out there buying a home with 25% down. So
Mm.
that's what VA does essentially is insurance. So just give you like a quick example. Let's say somebody want to buy a $600,000 home out there. Loan limits 484 350. So the difference would be 115 650, and the veteran would have to come in with 25% of that. So just to round it up, about $29,000 for a down payment.
Okay,
For
bro.
a
How much? $600,000?
Yeah, if you're in San Bernardino or Riverside County as it sits right now. But next year they won't have to come in with that $29,000.
Yes.
So again, there's
Huge.
no mortgage insurance. Yeah, it's just huge. And then just the no mortgage insurance. I mean, that saves people anywhere from $250 a month up to $550 a month, especially at those higher loan limits. Or
Major
loan amounts.
savings. Major savings. I mean, up to 6,000, 7,000 more a year, depending on their loan. So
Oh, insane.
thing. I mean, and we've seen people who've gone through this, and obviously, many people are familiar with the. Some people are, some people aren't, in regards to the VA loans and how it works. Like you mentioned, the zero down. What are some other little nuances about the VA loans that you think people didn't know, or you think that could help them?
Yeah, well, one of the big things we hear, and I know you see it all the time because we do business together, is listing agents they're not really up to speed on VA loans. So one of the big kind of black marks is a lot of the agency is that, oh, well, the appraisal's never going to pass a home inspection, right?
Mm-hmm.
The appraisal is just the same as any other appraisal, right? Health and safety issues, it's going to get called out on an FHA loan, conventional loan, or jumbo loan, water heater being double strapped, smoke detectors, carbon monoxide detectors, exact same type of barrier of entry than any other loan. So as far as the other benefits, though, like you were asking, is that, they're super relaxed on guidelines, where nowadays we live in a box, right? With the new Dodd-Frank rules that rolled out, like, hey, you either fit in the box or you don't. And if you got a pinky toe outside of it, then you got an issue with the loan.
Mm-hmm.
VA stance is that you're going to have to pony up and explain to VA a lot more if you deny a veteran on a home loan than if you approve them in a gray area, like, kind of, up to the underwriter's discretion is what they call it.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, we have some pretty aggressive underwriters, and we're very veteran centered, so we want to make sure we take care of our veterans to the highest degree. So what that does is it allows us, whether the veteran doesn't have any credit scores, their credit isn't that great, it doesn't fit in the automated approval. So when we run it through Fannie Mae's system or Freddie Mac system, if it comes back saying, it's not approvable through their automated, we can do what's called a manual underwrite, where we make common sense underwriting decisions. And of course you have checkpoints and balances you want to make sure you have in the file, but just from, the success stories you and I have had with veteran clients and other clients I've had that are veterans this last couple months, it's absolutely amazing how pro-veteran these loans really are. And, it's really unfortunate that a lot of people don't understand that in the professional world. Like they want to get veterans in homes. I mean, there's always the exception, right? You can't come in with 400 FICOs, no credit open and all that, but you can work your way to it.
Definitely. And that's, a great point to bring to, anyone who's, getting approved for this type of loan that is concerned about, well, what if this isn't seen as one of the quality loans that are out there? I mean, it's a guarantee. So it's, practically one of the best that are out there to be able to submit offers on and with a VA loan. So whenever we receive a VA loan, of course, vetting it with the lender and making sure that they've done their diligence to make sure that it fits the guidelines. It's a slam dunk, so to speak. So it's a pretty good deal. Hey, I get this question a lot, and it's regarding the use of the VA loan more than once. Can you kind of explain how that works, if that's possible or not?
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, you can use your VA benefits as many times as you want, right? So when you let's say you purchase your first home, you're looking to purchase your next home, and it's contingent upon you selling your current home, which has a VA loan. As soon as that home loan sells, there is no delay time on parlaying those benefits onto your new home. So a lot of people think, oh, I can only use it once or what have you. Even in short sale situations, let's say you bought a home back in the days and you had a short sale on it and had a VA home loan. It just all depends upon how much of that eligibility got reimbursed to VA. So, let's say instead of the 30,000 of eligibility, they only got back 12,000. Okay, so that's or 15,000, let's say. So it's only half of it. So you can still use your VA home loan benefits, and you would only have to come in with a fraction of a down payment, but you still get the low interest rate that VA home loans have. You still get no monthly mortgage insurance. So even if it's a worst case scenario, you can still use those benefits,
So really quick, if someone has, purchased a home with a VA loan, and now it's 10 years, so they've earned a lot of equity. They've paid back most of the loan. They've, been really responsible about paying down the loan as much as they can. So now that VA benefit still has a nice amount of payoff amount. Is it possible for them to say, purchase another home with that VA loan still, where in essence they have two at the same time, but just using, lower amounts?
It is possible, but it just all depends upon, do you have two veterans in the home? Do you have one veteran? How much eligibility is left on that certificate of eligibility? So that is kind of like a wide open question that you got to kind of dig into. But the answer essentially is yes, you can essentially end up purchasing another home. Like if it's two
Awesome.
veterans, let's say, a husband, wife, both veterans purchased a home, you only use one of the veterans' eligibility, right, for
Hmm.
their certificate. So if they want to buy the second home, you can use the other veteran's eligibility as well. So that one's
Nice.
still sitting there, the golden ticket, even though, let's say, the husband had it on the first home, the wife can now use hers for the second home. But yeah, essentially you can use it. It just depends upon what that eligibility is. And that's something super simple. We can find out. We can get it in, a couple clicks of a button with any veteran.
Excellent, excellent. Because we get, people and veterans, of course, are, diligent and want to create a life for their families and for themselves and build wealth through real estate. And we get people who are wanting to purchase multiple homes. So that's usually a big question that comes up. Kind of piggybacking to that is what types of properties can the veteran use their benefit for? Is that just for single family homes? Or does that open them up to other opportunities with duplexes, fourplexes, or any of that?
Yeah, it's the same types of homes as any other loan out there. You can 1 to 4 units as long as it's within the loan limits, which again might be going away here pretty soon. So
Mhm.
essentially, a veteran can purchase a 4 unit, rent out the other three, use those for qualifying purposes on the loan. If it is because they're always a little higher sales prices, of course. We have single
Mhm.
family homes, condominiums. There is really no restriction on the type of properties, but obviously, like a condotel, those you have a hard time getting financing on no matter what type. Uh,
Okay.
and then also property that's on leased land. So just like any other loan, you can't purchase a true mobile home that's on wheels and in a park and it's on leased land, but you can purchase a manufactured home that has,
Excellent.
fixed to the foundation. So just like any other home loan out there.
Nice, nice. That's awesome. Well, thanks for that. We'll get lots of questions about that. And really quick, if somebody is out there that does want to learn more about VA benefits, maybe they know somebody. Brian is with our lending team with Loan Lock, and glad to have you as part of our professional board to help out on the lending side. So if you have any questions, contact us today. We'll leave our contact information for you, Ryan, here as well. And of course, you can schedule a free consultation, and we'd be happy to help you out with any questions you have. Anything else
Yeah.
with Ryan?
No, I mean, do you wanna share the success story for our last veteran that we
Oh
just put
well,
last month? I mean, I know, it was one for the books, man, but it's just like a classic story. I love veterans, man. They don't
oh
they don't give
yeah,
a crap. You tell them, hey, this way you got to do. They're gonna go out there and go through the wall to do it. I love it.
absolutely. And yeah, I mean, it was a really story of just persistence because the veteran came to us, I mean, years ago, with the interest that they wanted to do, purchase their home, their family was growing, there's some goals that they had. And they just had some hiccups financially, credit wise. And Ryan, you took the time, man, and we just kept up with them. They stayed in with us. Life had moved in so many directions for them that there were times that they didn't know that they would really be able to see this and realize this goal. And I mean, I think it was, last October or November when we realized, okay, they're turning that corner that they can actually get approved, which earlier in this year figured out that they just had a couple little things to finish up, pay off. And when you got them approved, man, it didn't take us but what about maybe 2 weeks or so, locate them a property. If that, I think we had actually identified it beforehand and went back and was able to actually move forward on it. And now they're in their new home and excited, first home ever, 3 kids, and just they have their rooms, and it's just a great story to see the persistence, the constant grind sometimes that it took, but it paid off, and they're definitely winning right now with a new home, great lot, great location in the place that they wanted to be. It was just an amazing experience to see them and to be able to serve them through this whole process. So,
Yeah. The
that's
one thing that you guys do well over there, probably better than most, is you guys we're structured on our side. We know what they need to get into, but where you guys really kind of excel and shine, you don't get them, oh, let's look at everything. You know what I mean? Like, you guys really hone in on what are your needs, what are your wants, where do you got to be as far as location wise, what's ideal for you. That really kind of hones in. So when they go looking at homes, you guys are sharpshooting over there at CA Hills Realty. It's not always good to look at everything, because then there's always open up for disappointment, right? But when you walk them through that buyer's process as far as identifying real wants and needs, you guys do a great job just getting them in there, so 'cause that's one of the things, man. It's like, you can be out there spinning for months looking at homes, but a lot of that really kind of falls, on the realtor's shoulders, but you have that structure where you guys stay in the lane and you stay focused and you guys, help the client really identify, what they're looking for. That's what you guys do fantastic over there, man. So
Appreciate that. We appreciate that. We want to help them to save time and money and, do without with the least amount of hassle as possible. So appreciate that. Well, until our next one, man, looking forward to it.
yeah, I love these conversations, man. I know, love to help more veterans out, people with credit issues. We're going to probably shoot a couple videos on, credit. It's a
Excellent.
game. You're dancing with the devil, but you got to play it, right? So,
yeah, exactly.
if you don't, so let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Awesome, man. We'll catch you on the next one.
All right, brother. Have a great day.
You too.